Okay, so we're going to be looking at multiplication today. So, as per usual, let's copy down our lesson objective, heading and keywords. Then write starter underline, and when you're ready, hit play and we'll move on to the starter. Okay, moving on to the starter then. So hit pause, have a go at all three questions. And when you're ready, hit play again, and then we'll go through these three questions together. Right then, so for question 1A, I'm going to draw a line here to complete. I've got 2 times 39, so I'll do 2 times both numbers there. 2 times 9 is 18. So put my 8 here, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1, 7. And we cross that out because we no longer need it. Moving on to B, so we got 57 times 4. 4 sevens are 28, carry the 2. Still looks like 28, and then 4 fives are 20, plus the 2 is 22. So 228. Don't forget, we cross the 2 out because we don't need it anymore. Number 2, multiply these numbers by 10 and by 100. So it will be 9 times 10 will give me 90, but 9 times 100 will give me 900. On B, 45 times 10 will give me 450, and we got 45 times 100 give me 4,500. And for C, 67 times 10, 670, and we do 67 times 100, which gives me 6,700. Moving on to part C, question 3 even. Now, quick way, we can do 3 times 2 first, which is 6. But don't forget it was 3 times 20, so we've got to make sure we bring our 0 back. There's 1 0 there to carry there. 5 times 20, same sort of thing. You can do 5 times 2, which is 10. And don't forget there's a 0 there. So when we are multiplying numbers with a 0 on, we can do the numbers first. 7 times 3 is 21. And then we bring the 0 back. Okay, so it's 210. This time is 4 times 800. The rule is the same. Do the 4 times 8 first, is 32. We've got 2 zeros here because it was multiplied by 800, not 8. 3,200. Similarly here, 3 5s are 15. Don't forget we have got 2 zeros here. Makes it much quicker if we work like this. And on F, 7 3s are 21. And don't forget we got the other zeros because it was times 300, so 2,300. What I want you to do now is to make corrections, and hopefully in green, and then rag your work. Rag it for effort, and then 1 2 3 it for understanding. Remember, green means full effort, you worked really hard, and then amber, not as hard, and red, very little effort. With the understanding, 1 means you understand it all, you can do all these questions. 2 means you need a bit of extra practice, and then 3 means you need some extra help. Okay, good. So rag your work. When you're ready, hit play again, and we'll move on. Okay, so we're going to look at rounding numbers. And you could ask, why? Why don't we just give the exact answer? Well, sometimes in real life situations, it makes more sense to give an approximation or an estimate. Okay, so if we look at the capacity of, say, football stadiums, the Nou Camp in Barcelona, it's got an exact capacity of 98,772. Now, we might not always remember that, but if we were asked, what's the capacity of the Nou Camp, we could say 100,000, and that would be a reasonable estimate. People could understand that. That's a big number, so 100,000 is a very good approximation. Old Trafford, Manchester United, capacity of 80,000, we could say, instead of 76,212. Might not always remember that, but we do have an idea that it's about 80,000, so it's a large stadium. For you, you could approximate how long it takes to get to school. It could be half an hour, jump in the car. It could be a 5-minute walk. It could be you wait for the bus for 10 minutes and then it travels to the school in another 10. So it's sensible to give approximations sometimes and not the exact answer. Now then, rounding to the nearest 10. So I've got to round 89 to the nearest 10. That means it's going to be between 80 and 90. So I've got my units and my tens. So I've got to look at my units then and see if it's above 5 or above, or less than 5. So what I do is I draw a line here, and it's good if you can write this in red. Draw a line and I have a look at that unit. It's 9, which is bigger than 5. So I round up to 90. That is a 90 there. There we are, that's better. Let's have a look at another one, 126. Same sort of thing, even though this time I've got hundreds as well. So that's going to be between 120 and 130. So we're looking whether do I round up or do I round down. So same as before, because I'm looking to round to my nearest 10, I check my units. So I look at that number 6. It is bigger than 5, so I'm going to round up to 130. What do you think of this one then? 564. What's that going to round to? Well, that's going to be between 560 and 570. So we look at our units as before. And is it 5 or bigger? No, it's not. It's less than 5, so I'm going to round down to 560. So let's look at rounding to the nearest 100 this time. Okay. So I've got 260. So to the nearest 100, that's going to be between 200, and 300. Now I've got hundreds, tens and units. So this time I'm looking at my tens. And I check my tens. Is it 5 or bigger? It is. 6 is bigger than 5. So I'm going to round up to 300. So look, I've got 210 this time. Same sort of thing. So I look at my tens. Let's just label them. 100, tens, and units. Because I'm rounding to the nearest 100, I check my tens this time. Is it 5 or bigger? No, it's smaller than 5. So I'm going to round down to 200 in this case. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, 3,933. So we've got units, tens, hundreds, and thousands this time. Since we're rounding to the nearest 100, we draw our line here and we look at our tens. Okay, so we check this number here, the 3. Is it 5 or bigger than 3? No, it's smaller than 5. Now, 3,933, that's going to be between 3,900 and 4,000. Okay. Since it's 3, we're going to round down to 3,900. And this is a tricky one. Because we're rounding to the nearest 100, we've got our units here, and we've got our tens, but the hundreds column is missing. So we're still going to check our tens, because we're rounding to the nearest 100. So we could put our line here, and we check then. Is that 5 or bigger? Yes, it's bigger than 5, it's 9. Much bigger than 5. So we round up to 100. Let's have a quick look at rounding to the nearest 1,000 then. So 2,500, that's going to lie between 2,000 and 3,000. This time, because we're rounding to the nearest 1,000, units, tens, hundreds and thousands, we're going to check our hundreds column. Okay, so we draw a line between thousands and hundreds, and we check that 5. There. It is 5, so we're going to round up to 3,000. 2,100, similar sort of thing, between 2,000 and 3,000. We check our hundreds column, check that one, it's smaller than 5 though. Because it's smaller than 5, we round down to 2,000. Ooh. We've got tens of thousands this time, so we've got units, tens, hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands. So, we're rounding to the nearest thousand, there's our thousand column, so we check our hundreds then. It is 5, so we're going to round up. It's going to be between 11,000 and 12,000. So we round that one up to 2. So it's going to be 12,000. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to make some notes. So hit pause and write these down. When you're ready, hit play again, and I want you to, we're going to look at some multiplication. So hit pause, now copy these down. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples of multiplication. Let's have a look at 254 times 7. Okay, I haven't got my ruler. So we multiply all these digits by 7. 7 fours are 28, so put our 8 here, carry the 2. 7 fives are 35, plus the 2, yeah, 37, carry the 3. Don't forget to cancel the 2 out, we don't need it anymore. And then 7 twos are 14, plus the 3, 17. So 1,778. Don't forget to cross the 3 out. Let's try another one. Let's try 436 times 5. Okay. So 5 sixes are 30. So 0, carry the 3. 5 threes are 15. Plus the 3 is 18. So 8, carry the 1. Don't forget to cross the 3 out. And then 5 fours are 20, plus the 1 gives us 21. So 2,180. Let's try a third one. This time, we're going to see if we can remember how to use the magic 0. So it's 34 multiplied by 29. Okay. This time I'm not going to draw my second line because I'm going to wait till I finish. So 9 fours, 9 times 4 is 36. So I put my 6 here. This time I carry my 3. 9 threes are 27, plus the 3 is 30, so 30 there, cross that 3 out. Now, as we've said in class, this time I'm multiplying by the 2, but it's not really 2, because remember this is in the tens column, so I'm multiplying by 20, so put our magic 0 here. Magic 0 is there, so now I can multiply, not worry about the 0, 2 fours, 8, and 2 threes are 6. So now we can draw our line and add these two rows together. 6 plus 0 is 6, 8 plus 0 is 8, and 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay? Let's do one more question. I'm going to do it down here. Question number 4. 147 times 15. Times 15. And remember, we draw one line and we do 5 sevens. 5 times 7, that's right, 35. So 5, carry the 3. 5 fours, 20 plus 3, 23. Cross that out, carry the 2. And 5 ones are 5, plus the 2 is 7. And remember, we're not going to be multiplying by 1, but by 10, so we introduce a bit of magic. Magic 0 goes there. Now I can multiply by 1. 1 7 is 7. 1 4 is 4. And 1 1, 1 times 1 is 1. Now we'll draw our 2 lines. Oops, didn't go very well. That's better. 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 7 is 10, so that's 0, carry the 1. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12. 2, carry the 1, don't forget to cross this one out, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to hit pause, write these 4 examples down in your book, then I've got some classwork for you. Okay, so hit pause. When you're ready, hit play again. I've got some classwork for you. Okay, and this is your worksheet for today. This is the first worksheet. I'm going to use 2 today. So this worksheet has got 8 questions. So you can, it's attached to the assignment. And the second worksheet, this is your second worksheet, which is the extension. I want you to do 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll leave the investigation out for today, and 12 and 13. Okay. Now for this one, I want Eden, Fionn, Arnold, Danny to make sure they have a go at this one. It'll test you a little bit. And also Fionn Ledger have a go. Okay. But also I want to see how many other people can finish this sheet, because I think you can all do it. Okay. Good. Good luck.